Baby Get.
Goldilocks and the Three Bears. Once upon a time, there lived a girl with hair as golden as the sun, and she was called Goldilocks. She was a curious little girl who liked to wander in the forest outside her parents' cottage. Now her mother and father always warned her not to go too far from the house. But sometimes Goldilocks forgot all about time and distance and strayed far from home. One day, when the sun was shining and a warm breeze was blowing and the birds were chirping pretty songs in the trees, Goldilocks began to slowly walk along the path that led to the bears' cabin. Yes, deep in the woods, there was a bear family that lived in a little log cabin. Before she really noticed where she was going, Goldilocks was just a few feet from the front door of the bears' home.
Oh my goodness, I shouldn't be here. I don't even know how I got here. This must be the bears' house. It looks very welcoming, but the bears don't seem to be home right now. I wonder if I could just take a little peek inside their house. I'm sure they wouldn't mind.
Goldilocks walked very slowly toward the bears' front door. She turned the knob, and the door opened.
What a comfortable little room. It's so clean and pretty, and it smells like clover honey. And look here, the table is all set for dinner. They're having soup. I wonder what kind.
There was a great big bowl of soup at one end of the table. Goldilocks picked up the great big spoon next to it and dipped it into the bowl. It smelled good, so she took a sip from the spoon.
Oh, that's too hot. I can't even tell what it is. It's just too hot to even taste it. Maybe I could try this medium-sized bowl over here.
She picked up a medium-sized spoon and dipped it into the bowl.
Ooh, this is too cold. I think it's clam chowder, but it's just too cold to tell.
Then Goldilocks saw a tiny bowl with a tiny silver spoon laid next to it.
Let me just taste this one. Yummy! This is just right. It's clam chowder, all right, and the best I've ever had. Just another little taste. Just one more.
Before she knew it, Goldilocks had eaten the whole tiny bowl of soup.
Oh, dear. That was rude. I shouldn't have eaten someone's soup without asking. Well, I hope whoever the soup belonged to won't mind. It was just so good. How could I resist?
Goldilocks began to walk around the room. Sitting before the fireplace, there were 3 easy chairs, 1 large chair, 1 medium-sized chair, and 1 tiny chair.
Oh, those chairs look so comfortable. I'm sure nobody would mind if I just tried sitting in them for a minute. After all, I have been walking most of the morning, and I only want to rest my feet for a minute or two. Let me try this big one. No. It's much too hard. Maybe this medium-sized chair will be better. No, it's much too soft. Well, I'll just try this little tiny chair over here. Now this one is just right.
All of a sudden, the tiny chair cracked and broke into several pieces, and Goldilocks hit the floor with a thud.
Oh! Gee, that was so comfortable. I guess I was just a little too heavy for it, though. I hope whoever it belongs to won't be angry with me for breaking his chair. I really didn't mean to. I just wanted to rest my feet for a minute.
Across the room, Goldilocks saw a ladder going upstairs.
I wonder where that goes. I'm sure no one would mind if I just climbed up to see what's at the top of this ladder.
So Goldilocks began to climb the ladder. She got to the top and peeked over the last rung. It was a bedroom with 3 plump-looking beds. She scrambled over the top of the ladder and walked straight to the big bed.
I'm so awfully tired. I've been walking through the woods all day and climbing ladders, too. I'm sure no one would mind if I just laid down for a minute or so and took a little nap. Let me just try this big bed. Oh, it's so hard. Maybe this medium-sized one will be better. Let's see. No, I think this one's too soft. Well, I'll just try this tiny bed here. Oh, yes, this is perfect. It's so comfortable. I just can't keep my eyes open.
Goldilocks was soon sound asleep. She was sleeping so soundly that she didn't hear the bears when they returned.
Oh, Mama Bear, look at this. Someone's been eating my soup.
You're right. Someone has been eating my soup, too. Now, who do you suppose would do such a thing?
Well, gosh, someone's been eating my soup too, and he ate it all up.
That's all right, Baby Bear. He must be very, very hungry. I'll get you more. Mama Bear turned toward the kitchen to get more soup, but Papa Bear began to roar from the living room.
Oh, someone's been sitting in my chair. No one sits in my chair but me. No one.
There now, dear. I'm sure whoever sat there was just very tired and wanted to rest his feet for a minute. Well, my goodness. Someone has been sitting in my chair, too. This is all very odd, isn't it?
Someone's been sitting in my chair, too, and he broke it all to pieces.
The little bear began to weep. That's all right, darling. Papa Bear will fix it just like new, won't you, dear?
All I wanted to do was have a nice dinner and relax in front of the fire. But now I'm going to have to fix furniture all night.
Look, someone's been climbing the ladder to our bedroom.
Well, if this doesn't just beat all. Up there, too. Well, let's have a look. Let me go first, Mama Bear, in case it's some wild thing up there.
Papa Bear, hush! You'll scare the baby. So all three bears slowly began to climb the ladder upstairs. Papa Bear led the way, Mama Bear came next, and Baby Bear hopped along after them both. Papa Bear entered the room very carefully.
Whoa, someone's been sleeping in my bed. Can you believe this?
Someone has been sleeping in my bed, too.
Someone's been sleeping in my bed, and she's still here.
Now Goldilocks had heard the deep, gruff voice of Papa Bear in her sleep, but it sounded like some distant thunder, and it did not awaken her. She heard the sound of Mama Bear's voice, but it seemed like someone speaking in a dream. But when she heard the sharp scream of the baby bear, she was wide awake. She sat up and stared straight into 6 surprised bear eyes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Don't hurt me, please.
Goldilocks jumped from the tiny bed and ran to the ladder. She half climbed and half fell to the bottom. She picked herself up and ran out the door. She ran and ran and ran until she reached her mother's arms.
Oh, Mother, I've learned my lesson. I'll never be nosy again.
And somewhere in the forest that night were 3 very confused bears. A great big Papa Bear and a medium-sized Mama Bear and a tiny baby bear with a very broken chair.
Subscribe to Chubby Bee Kids channel and click on the bell icon for more interesting videos.
Thank you. Bye bye.